Flat Earth British, Martin Liedtke speaking. Welcome peeps, welcome to my channel. What is a beautiful Sunday morning in Wales land. You are very epic? Are you about to be? Yes. Got your happy hat? We got a happy hat, check this out. Got a happy hat. Okay. Swahid, I feel so much more myself now. And it does aid thought, by the way. So get your happy hats ready. Okay. Put this on during the duration of the vlog. Okay. So peace and love to you all. Back with a vlogage. And we're going to talk about something quite interesting actually, guys. Apocalyptic event of 1755. And a little bit earlier. We're going to look into Lisbon. Lisbon again. Okay. Now, this is the only event that I can pinpoint really that is on par with New Madrid event for its severity. And I think it beats, which I don't really know, New Madrid on the death toll, which is apocalyptic. Now I found a text when I was going through old manuscripts of depictions of said event in Lisbon, and it really poses questions, peeps. Okay, guys, and it's not just Lisbon. This is an apocalyptic, plane-wide, I reckon, event. It seems to be. They show you all of North Africa. This thing, you know, even in the official narrative, this event was in the Azores. This is a huge event in 1755 and earlier. Okay, we're going to look at that. We're going to look at some medieval stuff, where in only 4,500 years ago, apparently there are dog heads, cryptids, and giants walking amongst us in this Phoenician strange world where the Romans still exist and everything's all mixed together these days. Advanced tech. We're going to look into advanced water tech of the Phoenicians in a really old manuscript, early 1600s. And it shows mechanism, such as Mali machine. And we're going to look at Paris as well. We're going to Mali machine, we're going to look at Versailles, and we're going to wonder what the fuck for its date. Okay, this stuff is highly advanced and incredible. Pics of the day and millions besides is what we're going to do on Sunday. This will be put up later. Okay, so are you very epic? Good, good. Great Flat Earth British Think Tank peeps are very epic. They know. Alright, let's get underway, guys. Oh, did you get a happy hat? Good, 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 good. Good. Helps thought. I'm fucking thinking amazingly with my happy hat on. There's a lot of space up in there. It's got a pin as well to like hang an ice bag off your head. It might be just a hat pin. I'm not actually sure. Anyway, but you could hang a ice pick in the void, because there's a big void up here for thought. Okay. Lisbon. The first event in Lisbon, which is a giant Phoenician city with the most unbelievable architecture. We've looked at loads on Flat Earth British. Was in 1531, and it occurred in Portugal, Kingdom of Portugal, January 26, 1531, between 4 and 5 o'clock. The earthquake subsequent tsunami resulted in approximately 30,000 deaths. This is the interesting bit. Despite its severity, the disaster had been mostly forgotten and rediscovered on contemporary records in the early 20th century. So only recently found out from some records they found that this massive apocalyptic event had even happened. So this is like recent info. Okay, so we're going to go to the later event here, which was just... I'm not sure if it's unparalleled. I don't know how they got their, their seismic readings, because seismographs were not around. But boy, was this a biggie. Now, 1755, Lisbon earthquake, also known as the Great Lisbon Earthquake, occurred in Portugal. And on a Saturday morning, November 1st, or Feast of All Saints. Around 9:40 in the morning, a combination of subsequent fires and a tsunami. Again, fires. The earthquake almost totally destroyed Lisbon. So I wonder where all them buildings came from now. And adjoining areas. Seismologists today estimate the Lisbon earthquake to be in a magnitude of 8.5 to 9 on the magnitude on the Richter scale. Now that guy's 9 is like unprecedented, isn't it? That's like just off the scale. So they're saying this thing was just huge. No. We went into the Atlantic Ocean, 200 kilometres out towards Cape St Vincent. Chronologically, it is the third known largest scale earthquake to hit a city. There was one in 1321 and another in 1531. So 3 ginormous apocalyptic events have hit Lisbon up until 1755 and nothing since. Estimated death tolls is interesting, between 10 and 100,000 people, making it the deadliest earthquake in history. One of the deadliest. Okay, obviously they never had seismology, so let's have a look at this. Okay, the records are just nuts. The river ran backwards. There's a lot of crazy things. A firestorm. How you get a firestorm when it's all in water? So the earthquake struck, as I said, on All Saints' Day. Okay, contemporary reports state the earthquake lasted between 3.5 to 6 minutes, causing fissures 5 meters, 16 foot wide, in the centre of the city. Where are they now? Survivors rushed into the open space of the docks for safety and watched as the sea receded, revealing a plain and muddy littered with cargo ships and shipwrecks. Approximately 40 minutes later, after the earthquake, the tsunami engulfed the harbour in the downtown area, rushing up the Tagus River, fast as a gallop. As fast as possible, the upper grounds, for fear of being carried away. The following of the 2 more waves, candlelit homes and churches all around the city were knocked over, starting a fire. So a tsunami comes in, it knocks over candles with water, and that starts a fire. No, I'm not getting that. That's just not fucking fitting together in my brain. Anyway, some candles fell over on All Saints' Day and started a huge firestorm, which burned for hours, asphyxiating people up to 30 metres away from the blaze. Sounds like Dresden. Fuck. Anyway, it's more vast, this event. Lisbon is not the only Portuguese city affected by the catastrophe. It was the Algarve, Faro, Rio Formosa, Lagos, and even recorded out in the Azores, which is all our way away, in the mid-Atlantic. Cadiz, a third of the population were killed, nearly destroyed the entire city. It was recorded all over Europe, in Finland. It was recorded in North Africa, Caribbean. It's just insane scale of event, guys. Galway Island, Como, hit by a tsunami, 3 meters high, all the same year. It's just insanity. Casualties and damage. It's just, wow. This was an economy of history historian estimated that Lisbon's population at the time was approximately 200,000 people. Between 30 and 40,000 were killed, he says. Morocco was hit hard. We got some pictures of that coming up in some beautiful depictions. Let's check a look. So, why has nothing happened since? And why 3 apocalyptic events? And why a firestorm? And look at that architecture. Candles, my ass. That's just bullshit. That's as stupid as fucking Mary's fucking cow knocking over the oil in Boston or whatever. They're all bullshit narratives. So, but yeah, it's a massive city at the time, and to that scale. It's like the entire of the Atlantic Ocean, and I guess this is taken out by the event. So there are some depictions. Considering it's 1755, they're the first detailed depictions that I've come across, which is why I'm sharing them with you. So this is following the event, is it? So we got disease, people grabbing to faith because it's that bad, the firestorm raging, If San Francisco had a tsunami, this would, definitely resemble it. So they're showing you angels coming over with their fiery swords in this depiction, which is resetting Phoenician city around the same era as they took out Port Royal in Jamaica, one of the richest cities on earth. Funny how they're all the richest cities on earth and they all get taken out by angels with swords. Oh, Freemason, member of Knights of Malta. And the seal. Two ravens, the ravens. The ravens again. And a crown of castles. Very nice. Anyway, cluage. So we're going to move on to this brilliant depiction book. So I'm going to just go, I went straight to this because basically it's showing you Lisbon, Fez, which is, or Fez, which is basically Morocco, Lisbon, exactly the same, everything just falling into the sea. All of these destinations as well. Firestormed, tsunami, all taken out. These are all different destinations at the same time, guys. This was an apocalyptic event, unparalleled. Let's have a look at this book. So Lisbon, Portugal, Spain, from the year 1755 up until 1756, and it shows a reset world. This was probably a major reset. I've got ancestors, the Marquis of Languedoc, and the deeds were destroyed in a mansion fire in the mid 1700s, and this is 1755, and you see this a lot, you hear this a lot. So I'm thinking 1755 was a reset. 10 years before they shifted the calendars, and there was a giant comet, which I'll show you now. Is it associated with this? I don't know. Which 1755 are we looking at? Which 1744 are we looking at? No. It's all starforted. For that firestorm as well. Tsunami, firestorm. Look at this for Phoenicians. Thames coming up with his trident in the water. Fiery septarianus. We're on a scepter dial now because we've been sceptered. You can see because it's all vitrified everywhere. Up north. All the Phoenician bullshit going on. Look how many destinations are on Iberia. Wow. It's a busy place. And then it gives you this. And there's Lisbon. So everything falls into the sea. They're down the docks, a bit like San Francisco. Oh, woe is me. And the entire city falls into the sea in flames. I'm just not buying it. Something else has happened. And they show you in their depictions, the Phoenicians, this is a deliberate fucking thing. Okay. Lisbon is protected by giant starfort systems, almost as if they expect these apocalyptic type of weapons to be used on their Phoenician city, because they're using levels to that extent back then that could destroy a city, put it in flames, and bring in a giant tsunami. Look at this for a skyscraper in Dunkirk. Dunkirk. It's Dunkirk. Dunchurchin. I'm Dunchurchin. I'm out of here. So there's Strasbourg, Argentina picture. And all of the starforts of Europe. Hamburg. Frankfurt. So, apart from probably helping in reset, these things, these starforts, I think protect from events as well. Incoming technology, seismic waves, what have you, energy waves. Of course, liquefaction, fire, explosions, God knows what, but asphyxiating 30 meters away. Wow. Anyway, how did they know that? Ooh. An old map of Europe. We get an old map of America in a minute, which got cluage. So, starforts. Nothing in this one, though. All on a meander. On a river, which you'll always find. It's all connected with water. Okay. And I'm not sure what city that is, but look at these skyscrapers. Looks like Manhattan. They all do. But it's fairy tale Manhattan because they all got spires with antiquitech. So, what city that be? I don't know, but it's completely fucking destroyed. I think it's Lisbon again. And look at that architecture. Pretty apocalyptic, don't you think? 100,000 deaths maybe. So there's Lisbon, look, as I just showed you. Fets, which is in water too. Could be a small town near Lisbon, I'm not sure, but it could be Fez. And all of these. All exactly the same. Giant tsunamis, firestorms, earthquakes. 1755. Who knew? Well, we did, because we've been talking about it before. Look at the state of Lisbon. All them skyscrapers and big massive masonry buildings just falling in the sea, all burning. From angels with fiery swords. Prospect of Lisbon, so they're hanging a fuckload of people. Look at all the spires still there and everything wrecked around here. Looks stone, brick. So I'm guessing these might be looters. Because this looks like Mad Max. This is pure apocalyptic, the survivors of this. It's not like the well-behaved, well-groomed, dressed people of San Francisco. You know, they're all like got it together, these ones. Look at this. It's like Manhattan. Look how high it is. Oh, it's the richest Phoenician ports. Taken out. Baalbek, taken out. So what deal we got going on? Is she a giant? So we got a giant Phoenician with a shield. She's sitting at the table watching the whole city get destroyed. He's like, what are we supposed to do, boss? What are we supposed to do? But she's not like even bothered. That's all the rugrats. And everything burns. Well, that must have been a bad day at Blackrock. What's going on here? Somebody with a veil? Owl? That's spooky. The city's destroyed behind. Wow. I'll be linking all these up anyway, so I hope you enjoyed them. Shit. And Cadiz. So amazing, amazing, amazing. And look at the architecture on the seafront at Lisbon, guys. It's all this Atari, Phoenician, lower mud flood levels, giant, absolute giant masonry. And yet it's all reduced to sweet nothing. These pumping stations, I'll show you now. I've got evidence of what exactly these are. And I don't know when the internal combustion engine showed up, but they've got pumps or pistons much earlier than that. And there's the architecture of it before it was destroyed. Look at the architecture on that dome. Incredible. So I think that's it on them. So yeah, pretty brilliant. We're going to move on now. So 10 years before the events, not that I say they're connected, I'm just saying that there was a big shift in our paradigm, and they changed it, and it wasn't the only time either. It's 1744. Now, some incredible events happened this year, guys, okay? It was a leap year, started on a Wednesday, of the Gregorian calendar, of the leap year started on Sunday, of the Juliana calendar of 1744, of the Common Era. They shifted, and shifted. And, not only that, it got really confusing because the Gregorian didn't come in part of Europe till like even relatively recent days. The royal family still go on Juliana and sort of Freemasons. That's why their dates are all a bit, off of everyone else. That's why they added 2 months to our calendar. Augustus and Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. 2 months, bang them in. 10 months of the year there was, and now we got fucking 12. It's just bullshit. So all the things that happened, guys, right? 1744. So you got all of this happening. Okay, shifting of calendars, resetting, and we've got violent storms, frustrated plans for the French to invade Britain. pretty much like that storm that came along and took out the Spanish Armada, almost as real tech. This is important, I think. The Great Comet of 1744. Okay. Observed also 1743, 1744, 1743. Anything a little bit later? Not really. But still, they shift the calendar. There's a giant comet, and pretty much a lot of the world is in war, apparently. Also, they say. Unofficial narrative. Okay. The year of 1744. Let's have a little look at their depictions for 1744. See what they say. Battle of Toulon. And a load of Phoenician crusties. What's this? So he's about to smack him with that book on the head. This is brilliant. This is another Middle Ages depiction book. I'll go to the beginning now, but I'll start here because of what it's got going on. I can't be sure, but like, you know, usual angels sound, angels wings, 2 fish heads, and he got like this cloth with this like, either they're giants because they're a lot bigger than these, the angels, and a homunculus or a small human. What about this? Fish heads and angels. Okay, I don't know what handbags you got there, but anyway, everyone's like, you've got to get in the boat. So pushing them all in the boat. Some are falling out. Okay, but on this boat, they got, I suppose, Phoenician fucking dog-faced cod pieces, dog heads. Okay, he's praying. I'm not sure if he's a giant. And they show you a lot of this beautiful architecture, but they're saying like of an age called Monument de Moyen Age. I'm not really familiar with that phrase. Maybe somebody in chat could enlighten me. So I saved some of these to save actually having to go through the process of bringing up each image, you see, which I will do for you now. Okay. With my other images, I got loads of images to go through, but I have to get on because I'm needed. So crazy these are. So this is they're all Phoenician. Now what I'm trying to surmise here is that the tomb of a giant? You know, this is all supposed to be Norman. This is all supposed to be late Middle Ages, late 1500s. It's all Phoenician. Faceless knights. I'm thinking about the locking code where the Phoenicians use this locking code on their architecture, on their art. And I was thinking about the sounds of that you hear of the scraping of metal and the humming, etc. And they're audible sounds. And people have said, is it the dome? What if it's the locking mechanism? What if it's like Melancholia's code? Maybe that is working on 432 Teslas. Maybe you just can't work it out. I mean, which I've been trying to do, to give you a date. And maybe that mechanism's grinding a bit at a time. It's like I can see it. It's like a giant machine. Okay, a bit like that. On there with cogs and stuff. And it goes really slowly, and then once it's done this cycle, this machine, reset. Look at this though, Disney. So this is a big clue, I think, guys, as well, which I found here in this book. They all got happy hats on there, but look at them now. This is Paris, it says there, Paris, but under Charles the Seventh, and you got Paris for Paris, like Barbar, Tartar. Barbar is Tartar, it's the same word. Barbar, Tartar, okay? Is Paris Tartarian? So they're coming in blowing their hooters, and inside Paris is a load of coneheads, hiding their coneheads with their hats. Just gets stranger. Many giants. Apparently they're just the norm at this stage. Okay, and over the Phoenician, I suppose, frolicking. They're like, this is like the Voynich manuscript. They're always like in water. So there's a giant. It's the size of him. That's the one we've seen before, maybe Woolly Underpants, but he's a jester giant. Don't know if he's a giant, but he's looking at him. Okay. Could be a giant, could be Sprogs, I suppose. Can never tell. And more angels. Ugh. You've got 2 cone heads. It's got 2 head. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, the dog's got a bone. Yeah, see, they got these like the Phoenicians over the years. Fleur-de-lis, dragons or lions, excuse me. And they're always doing the Masonic pointy uppy fucking thing. Some Babylonian difficulty stuff. And a load of evil Cherepanowskis. Look at these. Ugh. Ooh. She got herself a moon man. Phoenicians bursting up from the water. In fact, all of them. Yeah, the Voynich manuscript got to be from other lands, unless it's just bullshit and fake. Locking mechanism, something like it. Anyway, if you don't know what I'm on about by the locking mechanism, you'll see it soon. Enough. Ooh, don't like the look of that one fucking bit. Phoenicians. Here, have a house. Maybe they're just like, this is a full-size church and they're just that massive. Here, come with me. Not sure about all that. And all the place where we live, on every one of them. So, the Middle Ages French, from the Moyen Age. Coneheads, and got hats to hide there. So, knights, are they Canaanites? Canaanites. His head looks too small. Something going on there. Maybe he's got like a small pointy head. Maybe he's not in there at all. Maybe he's a robot. But he's got fleur-de-lis. Man, these people got a biggie for fleur-de-lis. Wow, wow. So let's have a look at their decoration. Wow. Looks Buddhist. Looks Hindu. Or maybe Mayan. What about that? Wow, that's really, really nice. 4 angels. Okay. Don't know what they are. Laser guns. Another Knight, who's probably a Canaanite. Or who knows? Suggestions? Answers on a postcard. Flat Earth British. P.O. Box FEB. Okay. Alternatively, just write in my comments. Because I haven't got a post box. So I think enough of yeah, you shouldn't have bit your nails. Got out of control there. Oh, that's like the Indian headdress. Here's a happy king. So it's not like bring out your king, bring out your dead. They're all you know, or it must be the king. He's not covered in shit. What the fuck? I'm wondering what's coming out of him. Is that blood? He's holding his hand. Anyway, these go on for a while, so I won't go into them all, but I'll give you the link. It's pretty telling. It's good cluage. And very, very early, this mechanism, this locking mechanism, it's on here too. And a key. And maybe that's the papal keys. The keys to start the mechanism for the reset. Everything just, this mechanism starts over. What's he pulling him out of a well? Well, well, well. Be well. Be healthy. Wise. Wise. What's that mean? Wise. Confucius say to confuse you. Confusion Confucius. Says in it, in the title, anything with con in the title, you should be really fucking skeptical about, because it tells you like it's con in the title. So this one's floating on an orb disc. It's a giant, because because this fella's little. Don't know what comes in these. Maybe it's just cake. Maybe they like cake. If they got it going on and they got good stuff, they're gonna need cake. Okay. Obviously. Knights of Malta. So I'm sure we'd like to look at these for yonks, but I gotta get on. So medieval depictions of craziness, and these are brilliant. These are my favourite. These are in colour. Graphs of tapestries of the ancient world. Okay, I've got a year come up on that, but you can see that it's late Middle Ages. From their costumes. Let's have a look. Okay, let's have a look at these. Beautiful colour, and you see what they were like back then. So I guess we're talking late 1500s, yeah, apparently. Beautiful colour. Let's have a little look through. Excuse me. Make sure to please share this out, if you would. Oh, it all seems quite civilized, doesn't it? Got some music going on. Oh, these look like the peeps are just coming in to have a look at all their shiny gold and their stuff going on. Nice coat, mate. He had long hair as well, everybody. You've noticed all dudes got long hair because everyone got long hair. Nobody's got fucking skinheads in this day and age. So he plays the drum and the flute at the same time. He got a harp, he got like a lute thing. I wonder if they do it like a bit techno-y, you know, with a bit of beat, so everyone's like, I reckon. Definitely. Oh no, it's gone to shit. He's got wings on his head. This knight's got feathers on his head. Does it help? Fuck it. So I can't be sure what's going on, but evidently it's not a good thing. Somebody's come to nick all the Delft by the look of it. Pottery. Oh, you're coming with me. Oh, we get it. Alright. And the Delft's on the floor. So, raping and pillage. It's probably the Phoenicians. Lost their shit one day. Look at all this blue. Lush. Is that your Majesty? God, your Majesty's not got it going on. Nice badge. Thank you. So yeah, the world of 500 years ago, guys. They had some good shit. And they definitely had colour. It was a bit more psychedelic back then, huh? He's got turban. He's got a German happy hat. These are from all different countries. And you always get a lot of queens at that age, and are they really queens? That one's looking a bit, you know, like Elizabeth I. The Virgin Queen. What's going on with that then? You buying that? And like, she was a bit of a, like, I'm not being horrible or anything, but apparently she was a bit of a fucking minger. I don't know, because I weren't there, but that's the story goes. So, Queen Elizabeth. Don't know what she was like when she was younger, but the later pics, fucking, jeez. No offence to the royal family or anything, but, you know. Considering it's supposed to be elites and fucking all that, they ain't got it going on. What's this tapestry? Yeah, it's the Bayeux. Made by some bored nuns. So he's a giant. Carol's a giant. So we got a menu. Is that a hydra? No, it's a triffid. What's that? Tantambossum excelsior. Tantambossum excelsior. Okay. Tantambossum excelsior hic. Okay. I speak Old English. What's this one say? Oh, that's Rex. It's Edward. It's Edward. Edward Rex. Bin bollen de divix Angolarism et miltisico. So that don't sound good anyway, does it? Sounds like Edward is like Longshanks. He's a bit of a shit. So, don't think serfdom's ended. Oh, finishing ships. Here, have our eagle, have a pig, have a dog. He's got blue hair, he's got ginger hair, and he's got red. Well, he's got red hair, blonde hair, blue hair. He's got blue hair. Could be a hat. So are you Vikings, Phoenicians? What the fuck? Navigati, ect vito, planis, vinit, init, verunis, comitis. So basically, you got a boat. So here's Harold. Harold apparently says parented. Hic Harold pick parented. So apparently Harold landed with his fleet. Okay, caused a bit of shit. And there was a comet going over. They say it's Hades, but it never had Hades lit up on the side. So I don't think they had spectral analysis 1,000 years ago. Might be wrong though. So a big battle went down. But if you go to Hastings today, they're not really sure where the battle happened. It's just called battle. Ask them there. Where's the battle happen? It might be that field, or it might be that field over there. Have you ever found anything? No. Oh, right. Oh, that was the same when I went looking for the Battle of the Boyne in Ireland. Didn't find that either. Walked that river bank for fucking ever. Did you find anything? No. It's the same for all of them. The size of these battles, you should be tripping up over fucking stuff popping up out of the ground. So, the Bayeux Tapestry. They always got falcons because it's the sport of kings for some reason. 'Tis noble. 'Tis noble to have an eagle. To peck at eyes out. Here, my dear, just step through this door into another dimension. That looks like a portal door. Why is he like sort of ushering her through? Go through, my dear. Or whatever he talks like. With these beady eyes. So, what's that? Clivictus et effligi va. It's portal. What about your rocket? What your rocket does. Cool, cool. They got stuff for 1,000 years ago. Because it's true, because look, this proves it. Bayeux Tapestry. Do you doubt the official narrative? What? You're mad. They wouldn't lie. Fuck no. No, I'm not having it. They wouldn't lie about history. It's true, it's true. All of it. It was nice. It was bows and arrows. They had no technology, they were stupid. Except I'm going to show you that that's not the case in this vlog. So there you are, Bayeux Tapestry. Harold gets an arrow in the eye. Or so they say. Here's a V. Oh, double V. Phoenician double V. So Harold Sacramentum facit va Vilialamo divisit. So I think like what he's saying is like William won, basically. Here, William, get on that stone of schoon, man. Is that mine? Yeah, man. Fuck, skank. I know. And he's blonde. So double V for William. Elmo. Elmo. Vivi Elmo. Elmo's fire. Cluage. So, reversus of Duxus is Angevilidium Terium. So the land of England. So they take in land of England. Edward? Oh, I'm not up to this at my fucking age. He's big book though, isn't he? Because he's Longshanks. He's a big fucker. Well, he's not Longshanks, but he is big. So yeah, they readied into the port, and they got Corvus Edwardius. And we're nicking your Antiquitech. No, I'm going to put a duck on you. A fucking duck on my Antiquitech. They're messing with the Antiquitech, guys. Cluage. Ooh. So yeah, Harold's been brought in a coffin. Okay. Regis. Laid down. Looks like he's still alive there. We may have to hurry him off a bit. Not being unpleasant, like, you know. But so Stellar. It's a comet, which caused all the shit. Apparently, it's nice how they put it in as well. So there you are. Glory be. Okay. Sitant harum glorium. Second Acieps. Ooh. You got a daft look on his fucking face, haven't you? I noticed none of them got tashes. Maybe they don't like moustaches. I thought they had moustaches. They got baldy things by you going on. Really creepy. We'll just anchor it on this tree. Go and take this port. Chop down all their trees. Wow, they're chopping down all the hat trees where they grow the happy hats. The Phrygian hat trees. They chopped down all the Phrygian hat trees. Make this viral. They did, I know. Maybe I bought boats with them. With the Phrygian hat tree boats. Which made them super quick. Magical even. I'm making all that up, but it might be Phrygian hat trees. They got spaghetti trees. You just, I don't know, taking the chainmail for a walk, sire. Tis special chainmail. Bazookas, a large monkey nut, and that's it. Okay. So enough lessons. We could go on forever with, you know, me pretending I can speak Latin, me pretending, you know, I know what the fucking I'm on about with this bullshit, because I do really a bit, but like, not the finer details. Ooh, bread. Cooking a soup. So yeah, they brought their shit. Okay, the Phoenician ways. So anyway, this is only like supposed to be Middle Ages depictions of it 1,000 years ago. In fine colour. And they go on. And they go on. God, that's one long tapestry. Have any of you seen Tapestry? Yeah, you went on a school trip, didn't you? Yeah, it's beyond glass, you can't touch it, can you? Oh, it's dead. Deados, deados. See me. See, if there's a war, they gotta make me an officer. Yeah, man, definitely make me an officer. I can guarantee maximum casualties on both sides. In the theatre of war, I'll give them what they want. That's what they want. Head chop your fees. See, I can't imagine anyone doing that in the morning. What are you doing today? Oh, I'm doing campaigning season. Starting campaigning season in the spring. What you do then? Oh, you just go, you know, murdering, chopping heads off all day, meeting an enemy army, and they do the same. See, I don't feel that. I wouldn't want to wake up in the morning and put all my, you know, my gear on and go off and probably get my head chopped off. What's that? Bacchus. Bacchus got tinnitus. Bacchus got tinnitus. So the electromagnetics, don't you know? So he's the nicest, Wilhelm. By Franken Pigonen. Stop that, Matt. It's just getting silly now. So Harold going in the eye. Oh, Harold, what are we gonna do? What am I gonna do? I don't know, you need to sort your hands out, Squire. Fucking hell. Ooh. What fish is that, guys? It's crazy fish. You swine! Fight in your general direction. And then they just throw cows at one another, apparently. Cows, dead people, soggy people. I just got hit by a soggy dead person. Make sure that they're mingling with plague, chuck them over. Dunno. Oh, fuck this, I'm hiding my head and getting in. Get your clothes off, quick, we're battling. I don't know. Seems to be unfinished. It's an unfinished happening. We didn't get time to do these. We just did the dots. So apparently it's unfinished, the Bayeux Tapestry. Did you know? No, not me. So bullshit narrative history. Oh, very nice. Oh, this is a nice one. Let's have a look here. This is not the Bayeux we're going on here. So this is medieval tapestry. Let's have a look at the world. Oh, hang on. Right, it's 10 to 1 in UK time. I'm going to put some music on. Because you do like my piano music, somebody said the other day. Okay. Okay. Here goes with the pictures. Sorry about that. Right, let's have a look at this, because this is going to be juicy. Right, they're big, aren't they? They're a bit higher than their walls. What's these? Wow, look at these coming up. They chuck them out the walls. What the fuck? Stomach's rumbling. Oh, he got a bazooka. Hope you can hear my stomach rumbling from there. Swiss. Wow. See, I don't know what was going on with them cod pieces. I don't know why they were there wearing them. They were fucking terrible, weren't they? But we don't look like the sound of what's going on. They're blonde. It's gays and I'm bob note. Ben's and I'm bob note, I should say. He's got steel toe cap boots. Looks like round Robocop. What the fuck are these? On a battlefield. Oh, look at that. Anything else happening? Yeah, White's dead. What's that? Sigil? Shields? Sigil shields? Nice colour in it, guys. So yeah, they're chucking like fiery cannonballs with explosion bits out the side. With their massive, beautiful tall Earthquakes City. What are they? 40. Is this all glowing? Oh, some of that Orbi Scepter business going on. What the fuck? Why do you think they does that? Something to do with the crown chakra. They got them ever lighting sticks. Don't do homage on Flight of British, by the way. So you know, double-headed eagle with this army, and they got double barrel guns. Because they got it going on. Trench systems. Not to hear that conversation. Not really. What the fuck? No response. But greed and getting and running. That's pretty, but it's on this side. I think I can spin them. Oh, hang on, what is that? Turn your head on the side, you might just enjoy that. Oh, the colours are just wow. Anyway, so this is what we're doing tonight. We're looking at medieval, colourful, beautiful shit. 500 years ago? Let's get to that one. That one's the right way up. So, a bit of advanced lance. Oh, knightage. So, you can't see any of their faces, can you? He looks like a robot. He's got a dog sat on his head. So that fucking dog falls off and hurts himself. He looks like Boss Knight. He looks like Black Knight. Bite your ankles. Look, it's just like robots. Guys, check that up on the back of his head. It's when they plug him in. The fucking robots. They're exoskeleton suits. You don't see any. Do you see a dude? What happens if they fall over, guys? Falls off their horse. Do you know what happens? Do you want me to tell you? So where's the guy when his head's off? Because he's not a guy. He's not in there. Fucking robots. You know what's going on? Fucking not all on. I don't think they're parasites in them suits, because how would a little tiny parasite operate a big knight suit unless he's got like a little, control room by a little control room in the head. He sits in the head. That could be going on. That's probably what's going on, actually, thinking on it. But I think no, they're robots. I haven't made my mind up yet. Let's dig a bit further and we'll see what the knights are. Because they're not blokes. Don't go through all that stupid shit. Fucking stupid. dark circuits, negative intent, negative ions. There's no life in it, it's dead water. They took the water away. So we dehydrate you because that's how they're killing you, by the way. Is it dehydrating you? That's why everyone's wrinkled up like fucking prunes when they get to a certain age. They're dehydrating our asses, guys. Getting us out of the way early. Using the water to do it. Food. And water. To get us out of the way early. Gotta get ill first. Because we want to make a few quid off Big Pharma. Keep them in drugs forever. Oh, I love this. You know what I mean? It's probably been about a half hour now of these, haven't it? Let's move on. Oh no, hang on a second, I'm sorry. What's that? What's that? It's a baby that's like shining. It's like a pyramid. Lady with a halo. My word, it's bright. Don't worry too much about the frankincense next time. So I don't know if these are mad, Joey. With knights of the Middle Ages, because that would like so. This is Jesus, according to this picture. Like Middle Ages, which I've seen before. It could just be some random elites kid. But no, it's shiny golden. Just what I prayed for, a shiny golden baby. Right. Oh dear. Just filled up with love then, just thought, I'm so happy right now. But then this happened and I'm like, oh fuck, it's fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So they tortures this, and these guys as well, the fuck, with a tickling stick. That's ruthless. Is that a crown of thorns? It doesn't look like. Of course, all the jewels in the cross, guys. So yeah, that's a different take on it all, isn't it? A couple of really fucked up fucking torture victims in that one. How about that? I will smite you. And I've got the best happy hat in town. That's a happy hat, guys. Happy hat. And then I gotta go out. So this guy turns up with horns, is the norm. This other guy with like a castle or a building on his head. What you do? What you do? Okay. And feed him to the snakes. Or all of them to the snakes. Are they indigenous in Europe, poisonous snakes? We only got the adder in Britain. Where are you getting the snakes from? Bring them over. From wherever. Oh, these tell a story. Gimme. Ooh, look at him. He's got a gimme. No, you can't have it. Gimme. What's they want? What's that on your head? So, I think this might be just a contemporary take from the Middle Ages of what was going down, unless it was actually going down back then. Okay. Fleur de lis. Wow, one like a Jesus. Huh? Sire, you missed. They're giants. These are little. They're giants. You're missing a leg. I think the leg might be still in the tomb though. His esophagus is covered with jewels. Magic jewels. Crystals. Right, I'm not going to go because I'm enjoying this a little bit too much. And I got the music. So. Genesis. So Adam and Eve. Snake. Oh, that night looks human. And he's praying to some dude in the sky. Dudage. Oh, another golden baby. They're making golden babies. There's a man, he's in the bush burning. Golden babies in burning bushes. Ah, three. Ah, baby Jesus. Me. I've always wanted one. So the Magi Knights today. Gold, frankincense, myrrh. Oh, Jesus is here. Jesus got fleur de lis. Tick. So, what's going on, guys? It's not fishing. No, it can't be Jesus in Genesis anyway. It was a divine little dude. Anyway. So enjoy them at your leisure. There's a bit of shooting going on there, killing and things. He was aiming for the pole, but he hit the guy, didn't actually warn him. The tight looked a bit religious. They might not be, they might be awesome. Shit, no. Oh, that's brilliant, that one. Loving that one. Feels my heart with love. So, what's going on here? It's just a lot of grovelling going on and Venetians and stuff, a lot of giantage. Oh, sweet. Quite good, this book. It's probably the best book ever. I want to go through forever. But I'll there's lots of heady, choppy, offy things going on back then. Apparently. That's probably the Last Supper. What's he drinking? What's that? No, that... Don't be picking your teeth with a knife. Don't know, guys. Don't know. Best, pretty sure. With sticks, smacking with flails, try and get them fleur de lis off his head, something like that going on. I'm not actually sure. And what was he doing in the Middle Ages anyway, you know? So apparently they're beating people around quite severely in the Middle Ages. Me going on. Hide your eyes. So I don't know who this dude is, but they're smacking him on the head with sticks. He's covered in blood. It's like a horror film, this is. Started out so nice, guys. It's not my fault. I'm flat with British, I was in Tim Kearney. They're cutting his hair off. We're taking his strength, taking his abilities, and we're cutting a bit of your fucking coat off. I'm having a bit of that bit. That's a nice bit of colour. What the? Oh, there's one more left. And anything happy? It's a happy ending. Intergalactic rescue squad just turned up from another dimension. We bring our jewelry quarrels with our amazing helmets. Fucking flash guards and in the Middle Ages, guys. Digging out. Ka-ching, I like them helmets. Never seen them before. So what the hell, link that up. Wow. So, more. Okay, there's another book here. It's basically is when they land in America. Okay, and it's 16 early 1600s each. Okay, so it's not far after the day, but they give you like sort of what turns up when they get there. This pre-carnage. You just think going down. Human munching, strange meat cafe, Phoenicians in boats. Look at these chimneys, and they're all living under these. First depiction is quite funky, sure enough. And I'm linking everything up because obviously I can't go through everything. So yeah, I think Lisbon, I think they got some advanced tech going on. So look, right, this Phoenician turns up and he could be, you know, a Mayan. So he's got the horn of life, and he drops all like jewels and everything, and he's carried in a Phoenician shell by two blonde dudes who are giants to a lamb part of the world where they're sacrificing llamas. I'm like, oh, who the fuck is this dude? There are Europeans there, but he's boss, and they got castles with cannons in America. Okay, in this part of the world. It's crazy. Who's building castles? It's the old world. And this is another cool book. I'm not going to go into it too much. It's about the age of ballooning, and what I thought was really interesting is they're showing a bas relief here of Cherubnewskis with the balloon. Is that where balloons, how far back they go? So it's about the Montpellier brothers. It talks about Benjamin Franklin and ballooning in the late 1700s. Beautiful depictions. Check them out for yourself. Well, we go through it all, but you get the idea. Gives you beautiful depictions. 1783 is when they're going up in balloons at this period. In one of the 1783s, I mean. Okay, 1 o'clock. I gotta get going soon. So look at this Montpellier, beautiful balloon. But it's got all Phoenicians on it. An A. Look at us, it's like a rocket launch pad. Wow, I wonder how quick they actually went. Maybe they were high-speed balloons. Maybe they're catching nets in cities to catch them. They were that quick. You need inertia dampeners. Yeah, just make you inert inside. Phase cancellation. Simples. Anyway, moving on. This is advanced tech. Okay, from the thing is, right, guys. This book is supposed to be like. I'll show you now. It's really early. It's Jesuit, and it's from, excuse me, 1582, right? And it's advanced machines. There we go, right? 1582, and the Mali machine's in place. I'm not sure if it was actually built, per se, it was built at that stage, but you see the Mali machine in place. So, Knightage, Phoenicians, the whole shit going down, well, you know. Because you see them all over your buildings, everywhere. And let's move on a bit to the machinage. So, they show you pistons and advanced pumping stations. So what I'm seeing here, guys, is a lot of these giant towers we're seeing in antiquity next to canals, etc. Pumping stations. I'm wondering about the cogs. They don't have a lot of wood in some cases. You get coggage. These are these locking mechanisms, the Phoenician locking mechanisms I was talking about earlier. In all of the decorations, you see them on mansion houses. So all this is below ground level, okay? So more advanced than a hypercourse. And this small hand crank, because of the size of the levers, brings up beautiful clean water all below. So it's not exactly like the wells you imagine, is it? They are Phoenician wells, and they are advanced tech. They even got like, they're using Archimedes' principle here, like to screw. They're using, I'm not sure, but like they're sort of drawing water to create a vacuum to pull water as well, and it's stepped down. So they're using double vortex path energized water. They know it comes out of here, It's the best water going. Because they know about water. Now, this is supposed to be, like I just showed you, 1680s, right? 1580s. So Rome, or them buildings you see in Rome, are built like that time. Okay, guys, because here's this giant pumping station. Takes it from a canal, or Phoenician, pumps it up, levers, screws, into a, I suppose, a small reservoir, which goes across the top of a Roman. Unless you know anyone else has been building loads of, aqueducts in the last apparent couple of millennia, because I don't. So these are like Roman. And these towers you see all over antiquity, a lot of them are pumping stations. Look at these pistons pumping away. And a camshaft, guys. They got camshafts. And they never had cars. Look at this. Pumps. It's just insane. And they got, like, you'll see one in a minute, they got proper like car pistons as well. They got camshafts. And with the leverage of that wheel, you can pick up some considerable weight, I should imagine. So yeah, the viaducts are Phoenician, along with the Starforts, which we're going to look at next. And the wells that we see in old films are nothing like the wells that really existed. Advanced know-how of water. And like now, so all this is below ground level, remember? So they put all of that below the ground. And that's one shit hot well. Got a well like that now? No, you haven't. And they feed aqueducts, which take it to cities, or fill up coliseums, or amphitheatres. Looks like it stirs it. So, aquatech. Proved. All this below ground. How did they put it in? How did they layer it all? How did they put everything back? Is it more ancient? These wells are incredibly advanced. Okay. All sorts of principles used. I'll show you now. All below ground level. Okay. It's not a rope and a little handle. It's these. Look at the brickwork all below the street. Look at the technology involved. Probably only have to turn that handle once and you get the best water. Revitalizing water. Just make you feel shit. Oh. Okay. I think that's enough of them for the moment. See the Phoenicians? Their strange aquatic interpretations. Their watery weirdness. Their farcical aquatic theatre that we take part in, which is very farcical. I don't want no more of it. So anyway, it goes on for ages and ages with machines, right? And it gets to La Machina. Oh, pump water for Versailles. Okay. 2 secs. In here somewhere. All below the ground. And the Romans did hypercosts, and they say 500 years ago they had this expansive underground water system feeding wells, I bet stately homes, as you should see with La Machina inside the stately home, straight up through pipes from under the ground. This is really like, who's got that now? It's just shitty through shitty fucking plastic pipes. Now they took all the lead out. Lead is something else I've been looking into, by the way. I think there's a key with the Romans and lead and alchemy. I think if you hit that lead with a specific frequency, shit's going down. Shit's gonna happen. That's what I think. I think they knew it with water. No, it feeds aqueducts for the Roman world, what they call, which is not, because it's recent. Cog feeding cog, feeding cog, feeding cog. That one's amazing. So, what did they really have? Archimedes screw to bring up water. Archimedes principles again, but they do, as I say, use piston principle, which I found fascinating because it looked like the internal combustion engine. I thought, shit, they could have a car, they could have that. Just amazing. What we didn't know, what they didn't tell us. We should have done this in school. I haven't said that though. If I had, I wouldn't be here where I am now. So we can move on. More. Now we're going to look into Paris slightly, guys. Now the thing is with Paris is it was destroyed in the insurrection of 1817. Okay, but there's a giant hotel there called the Hotel de Ville, which is not a hotel, it's the town hall, which all European cities. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look inside it. I'm going to look a bit of the destruction, not too much, because I want to get on. I have to go out. Excuse me. Lefty loads. Excuse me. Cool. Okay. Shit. Gallagher's don't want to load, fuck him. Alright? Oh, there it is. All right. Okay. Sorry about the Gallagher's. Okay, I'll link it anyway. It's the Hotel de Ville. It should come up in a minute. 1813 to 1879 apparently. This thing was there. And it was destroyed in the insurrection. This is it anyway, or part. Well, this is one of them. See if I can find the Hotel de Ville. Oh, look at this. Not that they want to come up, because Gallagher's not feeding, but that's okay because we're moving on. But the insurrection and Hotel de Ville, I will link to you. Okay, I'll present them next time. Here's the Hotel de Ville. Let's see if it'll blow up on this browser. Not really. It doesn't want to do it. We're looking at them soon anyway. Now, I got my book coming out later this month, so if anyone wants to pre-order it, the Flat Earth, okay, book is the Holy Grail of the Flat Earth, and it is mind-blowing. It's talking about everything we talk about, what I just talked about with you, and energy weapons, free energy, aquatech, Tataria, mud floods, the whole shimoli in one package. So that's out very, very soon. Make sure to basically pre-order that. I know many of you have, so please be patient, because you know what happened with my hack and everything, and YouTube being stupid about my channel thing, and my Mindflow and Mudblood Flood channel. So I've got a shop in case you want any. I never really look at my shop or talk about it, but I've got a shop. It's got loads of Flat Earth things, Flat Earth British things. Okay, and it's 15% off FEB Mart, and I got all of these products with Flat Earth British on them, believe it or not, in case you didn't know, because I don't really mention it. I suppose I should, because they're pretty epic, and there they all are. Okay, Zippo lighter's nice, Flat Earth British Zippo lighter, party hats, and USB plugins, flipping hell, Amazon silver waterproof plug-in USB memory stick, 128 gigabytes. That's nice. So there you are, Flat Earth British stuff on my Flat Earth British website, and I do all these topics. In case you don't know, there's a lot of people want to be summarized on all these topics. I will try to do that along the way within the next few weeks if I can. Photo drop, it's been epic just lately. Okay, and you can support me as well if you like, guys. I have bills that I can't pay, so any contributions or donations would be absolutely epic right about now. I do usually ask. Comets, Tataria, Mudflood, Fasce, Starforts, Technasmia, Giants, which we'll look at a bit and all. Airships we just looked at, Aquatech, Antiquitech, resources, words and maps. On my resources, in case you don't know, I link channels, and there's a fuckload of books, juicy books. New Madrid earthquake, the Phoenician origins of Britain, Travels of Marco Polo, Book of the Damned, love that book. Atlantis collections, okay. Colbrin Bible, Chronology of Ancient Kingdoms by Newton, Flat Earth book by Gabrielle Henriette, okay. Natural Magic, which is a diamond book, guys, to get into. Sacred Theory of Earth, Volume 2, and all the libraries, all them, basically, okay, which will give you a wealth, okay. Maps, map collections, miscellaneous, all them, vintage photos, San Francisco, Manhattan, Daytona, blah, 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 it's absolutely brilliant. And channels, Donanica, okay, Black Sheep Research, Dave Ebony, Lee Incognito doesn't exist anymore, Flatwater Films, Funky Word, Mud, Jaxie, Rudy, Malius, Skate, Serotonin, Going on Flat Earth, Stellarium 7, VM, History, Lance Reynard, you know, not him, he's off that, Wise Up, John Levy, Justin Palwalk, Philip Dracini, Next Heliocentric, Niven, Starforts in Motion, UAP, Richard Lopez, Conspiracy Artists on New Earth, okay. So you can get my email there, my shop there, support there, Reddit. I got a Reddit fan channel, fan site. Welsh Dragon Melts is my son's YouTube channel. You can click that and subscribe and take a look at alchemy and metallology, mythology, and other sites for employment. If you want CBD products, click that and you'll get straight through to Gillian. Alright, she's my friend and she does the best CBD products for basically medicating yourself outside of their bullshit. It's much better for you and it does a world of good. Trust. So, just a quick column aside, it's to do with the expositions. This was found underneath one of the expositions, pulling out all the stops to save a 40-ton, 100-year-old World's Fair pipe organ. It was that big. It's still under there, they found it. And they used to do giant recycles. It had 7,500 pipes and it covered 3,600 square feet of concrete for its base. Here it is here, in filled auditoriums. So if you know about what we were talking about with organ music, technosmia, very interesting that they should have this under this, okay, for the Great Exposition. So there's a big narrative about it, what FEMA's on about, okay. And there's things, what I found fascinating about all of this is they're under there in the modern day. Yeah, they just smashed it, took it all down like that, okay. 1989, Loma Prieta earthquake sent the walls of the Civic Auditorium crashing down and the pipes got crushed, okay, in a later earthquake. And then they're all stacked up like that. But they say that for 100-year-old, the stuff inside is mint, the quality is exceptional, everything would still work. Look at that, choir grate, claret, harmonic trumpet, and they're all still bad little earthquake damage. The mechanisms, after 100 years, are still mint. It's just quality stuff. The hardware inside the pipes is as good today as it was almost 20 years ago, even though the organ was built in 1915, First World War, for the Great Expositions, or so they say. It's exceptionally high quality stuff. It's not a...
Having risen from the ashes of the Great Quake and Fire of 1906, San Francisco was ready to invite the world to a party. To celebrate the opening of the Panama Canal and the rebuilding of the city, San Francisco played host to the Panama Pacific International Exposition of 1915. Numerous Beaux-Arts...
Right, let's just move on because there's the organ, is what we're looking at.
Hall was a brand new pipe organ, showcasing the latest advances in pipe organ technology. 31 American organ builders vied for the honor of constructing what would be at the time the world's 7th largest musical instrument. The Austin Organ Company of Hartford, Connecticut was selected because of its innovative design and expertise. The company would go on to build world-renowned pipe organs for the legendary Bohemian Grove.
Interesting, but I'll link that up. Obviously I don't want to be watching all of that, so incredibly interesting. They had a giant organ, giant organ, in the old world. So this is not going to basically be able to go through it, but what it is if for say, and this shows you pictures of the Marley machine, it's Venetian, and it gives you the layout for Versailles, which is a very early period. The canals, the gardens, and the stately home, which is full on Venetian, which I would love to be able to go through, but I'm going to link it up anyway because of the time aspect. We'll look at some Starforts here now, guys, right? This is a collection I'm going to link to you, right, of the Kunst Historical Museum in Vienna, and they give you like statues. Okay, it's absolutely sublime art, and Bernini, Apollo and Daphne. Okay, and they've got loads more, so it's a good source for basically what we look into tonight. Look at that, beautiful resource actually, so I'll link that up so you can look for yourself. Absolutely superb stuff from antiquity. Okay, all of it really. You get the idea. Okay, so out of that collection, you get Starforts, and here's reliefs or pictures of giant Starfort battles 1600, and you'll see these Starforts go on for just the biggest areas. Look at this circle one. But as you can see, the trees are all taken out. It's been just like an event previous to it. Excuse me. Here's another, where you can see Starfort cities stands out quite well. All of this Starfort fortifications, like they are vast, they go off into the right way up here. Okay, beautiful paintings. Trees are all smashed. There's been events since Omar. Okay, 1638. I don't know, he looks like he's Joachim. Oh god, he's Joachim. So we have another Starfort Shore, and some of these mad elaborate battles at the size of these things, and this red brick Tatarian like building out in the middle of nowhere, no paths up to it hardly, just that mud. And these giant armies to the Starforts in survival times, when everyone's doing land grab and whatever, resource grabs, Phoenicians taking over, last throws of Tataria. Look at this. It just seems senseless, all that. Death in war. Just for them, for money, for banks, for keeping their bullshit going that we don't even need or want. It's really weird. Look at that for a Starfort. Wow. So they were built by the Romans, not the Phoenicians, and they have multiple purposes. Okay, but one of which they picked up on in the late 1600s, or the early 1600s, about 1630, saying we better make better, 1641, so just before this period, better use of these for military purposes. Okay, we've looked at them. Let's look at some images of the day, have a bit of music, and then Martin's aria for the day. So we're looking at some happy hats, happy socks, and happy bongs. And a hat. Hat. He's got 3 happy hats on. And I'm not sure what's going on, but like, you know, the Phoenicians coming up, we're going to torture her first. He's got a fascia, he's pointing at it and showing you it. He's pointing up at that Apollo with the scythe. Juggage out, tickling in the belly with, or ripping out, I don't even know, with a back scratcher. I've got a back scratcher. are crying, woe is me. Don't know. A Tatarian with fishgill strides and a happy hair. And the Palace Grand Opera Theatre in Belfast. Don't know if it's still there, but these are everywhere in the world. And they're built the same period, the same brick, the same blocked off ports. They tell you these are theatres, then later cinemas, but they were there already. Can't get photographs of any of these billboards. This is an altarpiece or for a Virgin Mary, but it's all Phoenician, flaming pots. Not sure if that's tech active on top. That one's in Russia, I believe. So this is that Moloch, who the Phoenician death cult that I was talking about in my last post looks like. Probably in this case he's manifested. He's still got the leaves going on, and they're just pacifying him by giving him sporogages for some fucking reason. And more of what goes on in the Middle Ages. So apparently he's maybe going to cut a breast off and whip her with a flail. So they're not all that nice at that period. So, I mean, not in a lot of places of the world at the moment. There's a bad thing going on, isn't there? With their human rights, for some fucking reason. They had electric scooters, not just now, guys. Yeah, this is in like 1919, and she got a battery-powered electric scooter. Phoenicians. Mexico. Don't think she's playing kiss catch. Electric. Look at that. Wow. But that was some speaker. Ports. Electric. Lisbon. Underwater. And Phoenician. Looking down on you. The mirror which flatters not. That they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their tatter end. Have you had? Got it going on. From J582, and that is a Dura. This is in Italy. I think it's in Milan. I'm not sure. There's a theatre. Massive water holes. Antiquity. Just sticking about the ground. Turkey. Oh well. Flashes. Ship's figurehead. Oh, it's the jugs, are you now? Except with the Phoenicians. With the Tatarians. It's got ovary coverers. That might be for the electromagnetics covering her ovaries. I'm making that up, but could be. Centurios. How about him? I think they took a lot of psychedelics back in the past. Liedtke diver. Coventry. Serious happy hat. Big doors. Flashes. And more finishing adornments. Water tech. From the wells that I just showed you, they were that advanced. And mortal. Inhabitants of Earth Mort. Beautiful. That's probably the ultimate happy hat. Do you agree? See what this dude's up to. Ooh, it's not looking good. Is it? I'll finish on that, I think. Inventory. That's me. Flat of British. For Monday. Welcome you to a new week. There's loads more to come, guys. Okay. Make sure to come back this week. Make sure to, if you can, to support Flat of British. Okay. Through troubled times, which I've been through for ages. And my books are later this month. And usage is from Martin Nicholson, gmail.com.